The Infected, a new survival game, recently entered early access on Steam. We've been checking it out last night for a couple of hours on stream on twitch.tv/games4kicks. If you want to check it out there, the VOD is up. You also can give me a follow if you want to be notified of any future streams. Anyway, we checked it out for a couple of hours. It already has a lot of crafting, a lot of building in it, and we're gonna make a couple of videos on it, and then we'll see how it goes. I hope you guys have a good time, so let's get into it. And here we are in the world of the Infected. One of the starting areas gets picked at random for you to start. It's always going to be one of those brownish areas from what I've seen so far. When I tried it out originally to test it, I spawned here, then I died without a respawn point, and I spawned here. In the stream, we spawned here, and then I had a respawn point. But it's basically random. So and now I spawned over here. And you always have a base near one of those spawn points. These bases are the Infected bases, which you're gonna need to raid to get tech unlocked, but we get to that at a later point. Now the game wants you to start by holding down tab and open the tutorial screen. In the tutorial screen, you can disable the tutorial screen as well. You can see what it wants you to do, and I would definitely recommend you the first time to follow this, because it does actually guide you through making all the tools that you need to progress in the game. You can see we have a year here and a season, which is important. Yes, you can freeze to death at winter. Apparently that's a thing. I was told that in the stream. So you are gonna have to make clothes to keep you warm and clothes to keep you cold or whatever. So you will have the outside temperature, which without armor and clothes is your body temperature, which you can see here. We're not wearing anything, so our body temperature is the same as the outside temperature. If the outside temperature gets very high and you need to cool down, you put clothes on to cool you down. You can see your body temperature here. You have other stats in here, for example, like thirst, proteins, carbs, stamina, or stamina, as if you want to say it correctly. You have proteins, vitamins, and energy. Energy is something that you exert as you play the game, and then when you go to sleep, you refresh, while everything else will just come pummeling down as you sleep. From what I experienced so far, carbs and vitamins are something you refresh through fruit and vegetables you find in the world. You can also plant them and grow them yourself, which is very advisable and very good. And then proteins and fats is something you get from meat from animals. And thirst is just basically water and you boiling it. So I would definitely recommend to build anything that needs water in the beginning very close to the water source, because otherwise you're going to be running to and fro quite a lot. So looking at the tutorial, we can see that we want to gather stone and sticks. So we have to literally just walk around. You can't pick up all these rocks that belong to the actual texture of the terrain. So you have to look for something that looks like a gray egg, like this. And oh, look at that. We got a stick actually right beside it. Very good. Now we need another stone. I know that already. So we're going to keep going and get another stone. Here we go. There we go. There's a stone. Pick it up. Also, look at this. This is where we already have a cucumber plant. So you can right click on that and harvest it, and that will give you a seed, and it also will give you in your food menu some food. Now, when you look at your inventory, you have your inventory, your backpack, and you have a kind of a meal pocket or whatever where all your food goes and your drink. So you start off with 5 portions of beef stew, which is really, really good. Gives you 50 health, 50 thirst. So you want to wait until you're really low down and take it. And then you get the flask as well with some clean water. You also have a weapon part of your bag, which lets you put in some your main 4 used tools that you want to take with you on any given trip. You can craft more, but you have to store them. You can't take them with you all at the same time. So this game reminds me a lot of The Forest in the way it works mechanically. I'm sure The Forest was not the first game to do all these features, but for me, it was the first game where I saw those features, so that's what I will be comparing it to in a lot of ways. So let's actually get on with the tutorial, and now it wants us to make a stone axe. It says open your inventory and click on the crafting icon, anvil and hammer. There you can drag a stone and a stick on the wooden slab and craft the stone axe. Now, crafting in this game has to be exact. So if you have more than 1 stick on you, and you place the 2 sticks down and you place the stone down, you will not get the stone axe recipe. You won't. So just in case you put sticks on it and you go, well, on my game it doesn't work, you have a look at the number and you might see you have more than 1 stick on the crafting table. So now that we crafted the axe, it goes into here. Now I like to have it in slot 3. These slots correspond to your hotkeys on your keyboard, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can rebind that as far as I know in the controls as well. So I'm not too worried about if I need it differently. And now when we press 3, we have our axe in our hand. There you go, there's a sheep. Now the next thing we need to do, oh, there's another rock. I'm convinced they spawn in, because a second ago I didn't see that many. Let's go and chop down a tree so we can get more some plant fiber. So as we chop down trees, we get logs from the tree, but also on the right hand side you can see we get a whole list of items, which is bark and plant fibers. So we got some bark and we got some plant fiber. There we go. Now one of the next things we need to do is make a pickaxe. Now the game doesn't tell you anymore how to do it. It tells you, hey, check out the itempedia. Now the tooltips actually really nicely, don't have to say so far. The itempedia is something, when you open your inventory, click on this icon here and it opens a construction window, a building menu, whatever. But it's more than that. I can click on this and this is how I build foundations or something. But I also can have placeables, which I just click on and say, hey, I want to place a fridge, I want to place a bed. Here we go, but I need a foundation for that. So I'm just showing you basically, yeah. And then you also have itempedia. It basically shows you all the things that are in the game, like resources, food and drinks, where to get them from, armor and clothes, for example, how much heat they give you, how much armor they give you. This one is very good for the winter, it gives you plus 20 heat. This one is very good for, you know, when you're in the heat and you need the cold, you get some cargo pants and a nice cooling t-shirt. So, but they give you obviously armor values as well. And you can mix and match to balance the heat or whatever, obviously. And then you have others, which is things like seeds. You can see where you get them from. You can see here the tags, loom tag, obtained by looting an AI base. That's what I was saying earlier. These bases that you see on the map, we need to raid them to get those tag books. And the tag books unlock tags. So now that we're looking at the crafting menu, it makes more sense. If I show you the itempedia, sorry, the placeables, you can see it says tag not obtained. That is because when we look at our tech blueprint list, we have nothing. So you have to rate these bases. Each of these bases, from what I was told, have a single technology book. And you place it into here in the corresponding slot, and that unlocks the technology then where you can craft those placeables. Now, I don't know if each of the bases have the same books every time you play. For us, the loom technology book was in here when we started in the stream. So we will, of course, go back here and see if the loom book is in that. Or maybe every time you find a book, it always gives them to you in the same order. I don't know. I have no idea. We'll figure it out. And that way we know then if the game wants you to progress a certain way, or if you're just unlucky if you spawn here and there's tech you don't really need right now. So let's continue. The next thing we need is to make the stone pickaxe. So as it said, say, hey, go to your itempedia. How do you make a stone pickaxe? 1 stick, 1 stone plate, and 2 plant fiber. So we go in here. We make a stone plate with 1 stone. We place it here. And we need a stick. Okay. So what we can do if we need sticks, we can look for one, of course, and find one if we can get lucky. Or we can right-click on a wood log and say harvest. And that will break it down into firewood and sticks, which is pretty cool. So let's pick up all the sticks. There you go. We don't need that. And now we should be able to craft with the stone plate and the sticks and the 2 plant fibers. So if you hold down Alt and right-click, it does 1 item at a time. Now you see the recipe is not there. That's what I was saying, because we have 5 sticks. So Shift and drag will allow you to say how many to move. We move 4 and now you get the stone pickaxe. So there you go. We crafted our pickaxe, which is now here. So there we go. And let's put that actually in 2 and put the pickaxe into 3. Come on. There we go. So now 2 is our axe, stone axe, and 3 is our pickaxe. Now with the pickaxe, you can murder stone. So you can just hit stone. Boom. There you go. Get loads of stones. And you also get 1 ore. As far as I know, you only get 1 ore per boulder in the beginning. There seems to be bigger things that we can destroy that give you maybe specifically just iron ore. I have no idea. But right now here in the starting area, mainly stone. Now you know already, you can see if you want some iron ore in the beginning area, you're going to have a gazillion stones on the ground. So you can right click on them and destroy them if you want. And say, hey, destroy, yes, and it will be gone from the game. Or you can, like in the forest, build certain containers in the placeables, like a stone crate to store them, a log stand, a stick stand, and a firewood stand. So you can see you actually have the same logic as in the forest where you can store a lot of these items. So it's a very nice game for grinding if you want to grind ahead a little bit and then do a nice building session. So now the game says, hey, build a foundation. So let's do that. Let's go into here And let's build a foundation. Now, as I said earlier, try to build close to the water in the beginning because you will be running to and fro a lot between water source and what needs water, unless you build your base over there and everything needs water over here. That's up to you, like your campfire or something. But I would say build close enough. So let's build right here. There we go. Now, I don't like in these games that when foliage comes through the base. It just drives me mad. So something like this would drive me absolutely plonker, yeah. I don't know if it actually would destroy the foliage underneath. We check that out in a second. But I like to build high, so we definitely won't have foliage in here. So there we go. We can do a little bit of rotation, make it kind of opposite. Here we go, and place it down. Now this is high enough. Now this everything, most of it takes logs in the moment only, which is actually pretty great. And then you just press tab to cancel it. So let's get 6 logs. We have 2 here. We can carry 3 at any one time. And that's it. We don't have more. Okay. So let's destroy this guy. And you get 4 logs per tree. Which means we should... Oh, there was 4 or 3? Oh, it's 3 logs per tree. Okay. And then 1 more tree. Oh, they get the one that's closest. Now, as far as I know, trees respawn. We didn't have an issue really with trees and the amount we needed in our stream. So there you go. And now you have that. Now, of course, you can jump on it or whatever, but what I want to do, I want to deviate a little bit from the tutorial right now and make a simple base. So let's put that in. We actually can already walk up on it, which is really weird. So that's a thing. Okay. And now we can also build the walls. Let's make a door. There we go. Or a doorway. And then make some walls. Let's put 1 wall here. Actually, let's put a wall here. Let's make it all windows. Why not? So we can look out while we're in there. No, make one solid wall. And then we make 2 windows. 1 here and 1 here. There we go. Now we can look out at the water, go, then over here at the zombies or whatever they are, the infected. Now, the infected... As far as I understand, there is a mechanic in this game which is similar to Horde Night in 7 Days to Die. I don't know when it is exactly, or if it's triggered somehow, or I don't know if it's on the 7th day. I actually have no clue. All I was told yesterday in the stream was, just make sure you have a base because you will be attacked at some point. And I'm like, oh, okay. So that's actually good to know. So let's get a couple of more logs together so we can start building... our little one room cabin. But instead of continuously chopping trees and running around like a blue-assed fly, one of the things that we can do is we can craft ourselves, as I showed earlier, a log stand. So if we go and make a log stand, you just place it down anywhere really. It doesn't matter because you can move it, which is exactly why I want to craft it. And 6 sticks. We have 4 sticks here. If we need more sticks, we can either look and find one, as I said, or we can destroy this. There you go. Get more sticks. Boom, boom, done. Now we can take these and place them in here with E, or you can right click and pick it back out. Alright, so before we continue with the tutorial, what I do now is I take this, press N to move it, and move it right into a cluster of trees. There you go. Place it down, and then I'm going to start chopping down trees. And the good thing is when you move it, it actually keeps all the trees in it. So you can fill it up with with logs. And then just move it around again. There you go. Let's pick up all of them. Put them in here. Pick up these 3. Put them in here. Now, it doesn't fit as many. It only fits another 2. But still, it's better than running to and fro 50 times. You know, you could have multiple of those if you want. And just keep filling them up in an area. So there you go. And that's full. And now I can just press N. Pick it up. And place it over here. And all those are still in it. So now I can just finish building. So it saves you a little bit of time. Oh yeah, right click. There we go. And you're done. So let me just do that for the other walls, and then we have our building. Our first building in it. So things definitely despawn after a while because we had a lot of rocks here we didn't pick up and they're gone now. So that's why I would say pick up at least the iron, you know, so you don't lose that. So let's finish this wall here. We need 1 more tree for that. So here we still have... Let's pick up the sticks actually. Some firewood. We probably should pick up if we can. And yeah, it's raining now, so we're not going to be lighting any fires anytime soon. Let's put that here. And let's get another tree chopped down. So rain does impact actually. So if you have a campfire outside, you won't be able to light it unless you have a cover over it, which you can build as well, which is really awesome. So there we go. Let's put the other twos in here. Excellent. The weather effects are really nice. They sound really nice as well, but it does seem to rain a lot. Yesterday during the stream, it rained like twice every day. So for quite a while. So this is the tiniest shed you've ever seen. So let's make a door. And also make a bed. So let's put a door in here. There we go. And we need 4 logs for that. We have 2 here, so let's get another 2. And then we also need to place a bed. So let's go, place a bed, go into placeables. And this is literally just our get through the night bed. That's all it is. So there we go. Place it, and that's it. Absolutely minimum requirement. 2 logs, very good. Look at that. 2 logs. And that's the bed done. Now here, if you click on the bed with E, you will start sleeping immediately. It doesn't prompt you anything. And then the moment you start sleeping, you will see your energy go up and your carbs, your proteins, everything go down, and including thirst, everything. So it's 7 p.m. now. We're still gonna wait until it gets proper dark and then go from there. But let's just chop down 1 more tree. I think we need 2 more trees, and just to finish the door. I think it was 4 logs, wasn't it? There's 3 logs per tree. I don't know if you can chop down the big mother of trees over there and get more logs. Actually, it would be a good test. See if we can chop down one of those big trees. Yeah, our stamina is going down. I'm running. Okay, let's see. No. So big trees cannot be chopped, and this cannot be chopped. So the only things you can chop is these trees here. That's all you can do. Go. Nice. Alright, let's head back. Let's finish the door. And then that's our first house actually done. I mean, it's not going to be a good house, but it literally is only for one purpose, and that is to skip through the night. That's literally all it's for. And it also will be a spawn point. So that is the thing you should do as quickly as possible to get yourself prepared. And then go for the next thing after that. So we have our foundation. Now we need a campfire, which we can build outside. I think we can build it inside as well. I actually don't know. Let me see. If we go into placeables, campfire. Okay, we can't place it indoors. So it has to be definitely outdoors. Now, placing it outdoors, I would definitely recommend 2 things. I would say don't place the campfire first, but first place another placeable, which is a shelter. Place that close to the water, because you will be going to and fro the water. So let's put that right here. Or build it close to your house if you want, that's fine. But build it close to the water. There we go, let's place it down. Let's pick up this rock. Oh, I placed another one down. I wanted to pick up the rock, so we're just gonna delete this one. Excellent. And now we can place a campfire here. Under it. There we go. And what do we need for it? We need 10 small stone and 8 firewood. Okay, so that's a lot. And then we need 4 wood here. So let's go again, chop down some trees. Luckily we have some trees close by. And finish all that. There we go. 3. Because the fire will go out if it's raining, and you won't be able to light it in the rain as well. And you need firewood for it anyway. So we have to chop down some trees anyway. There you go. We can finish this now. Now we can take these 2 and harvest them. There we go. It gives us the firewood we need to build this. I can only carry 1 at a time because I don't have enough room in my inventory. Okay, here we go. And then we need 8 more stones. So we're going to take our pickaxe and chop down the stone, and then we're going to get 8 for sure. And definitely pick up whatever iron or you can find copper or iron. One of the 2 randomly drops. Oh, there we go. It was iron. Okay. Now we're very slow because we're at 54 kilos. But we're going to get rid of a lot of stones now anyway. There we go. Excellent, and that's it. It's done. Now, this here is a nice interface. I've seen that in a few games before. You take the water. Now, this is clean water, so we don't need to. Put it in here, fill it up to 200, and then you can boil it. For wood, you can use anything from a stick to bark. I'm not going to use bark because we need bark for something else. I don't want to waste it. Or you can just... there we go. Let's use more sticks. There we go. And now you can just light it. There you go. And that is just how much firewood you can put in. Now, there's a grunting pig, which is great, because one of the things I'm going to do right now, which is not part of the tutorial, is make a stone plate. Get another stick. And I think we need plant fiber. So let's have a look. We need a spear. So if I go to the itempedia, a spear is 1 stone plate, 1 firewood, and 5 plant fiber. So let's get a firewood. There we go, 1 firewood. And we put that down. Put this down, and I think it's 2 plant fiber. Or was it 5? 5. And we have a stone spear. Now the stone spear is going into here automatically. You can see it's number 1. Now you can throw it or you can stab with it. Right now we want to stab. Now pigs die actually very quickly, but just be careful. There seems to be a dodgy thing with the hitboxes. Because sometimes the hitboxes, you hit something right in front of your face and it just doesn't recognize it. And then it hits you and then all of a sudden it recognizes it again. So you have to be careful with that. That will give us some meat. Now they don't attack you unless you attack first. But the best thing is go hit it in the face and then keep hitting it. Walking backwards, they die very quickly. It actually, I think, skimmed me. Oh no, that's damage I get from thirst. Oh, okay. So let's actually drink quickly. Drink. You can see it gives very little thirst. I'm not a big fan of how little thirst you get back in comparison how quickly it goes down, because it takes very long to actually boil 60 units of water, and 60 units of water only fill you up less than half. So that's something I definitely think needs to be increased. Now let's harvest the boar, and one of the things is on the ground because we don't have space, so we have to rearrange a couple of things. There you go. I keep pressing escape, and now we can pick them up. So killing these animals gives you fat, it gives you meat, and it gives you leather. Now the fat, I don't know if you can eat the fat directly. No, you can't. But you can use it in some recipes. But now we can go into here, and we can place the meat down, and I will cook the meat. I don't think we can place the fat down. No. There you go. Excellent. And we have no water, so the best thing to do right now is... oh, actually, let's drink that. There we go. That's the clean water gone. And then we can fill it up. We just walk towards the water until we're close enough. Then open our bag, and it will automatically have this add water icon here. So we go back to the pot. And now if you want to fill this pot up, you need to be quick, because what happens is it will start boiling that water. So if you want to, you have to be very quick getting more water, or have the fire turned off before all of a sudden your dirty water is already clean. You can't put any more in. Now you can see it's getting very dark right now, so let's go put more dirty water in. Excellent. Let's fill it up if we can very quickly. And there we go. Nice. And another one. I know it's dark, guys. I'm sorry about that. You can make a torch, but you can't hold a torch while you hold a tool, because the torch will literally go into your... Okay, that's empty. There you go. Empty it. Good. There you go. Let's put a little bit more firewood in if we can. Let's put the other sticks in there. That's absolutely fine. And do we have some firewood here left still? Oh, we have logs. So harvest that and make some room for some firewood. There we go. And now we can put that in there as well. Firewood is obviously much better. It gives a much bigger span. Again, apologies for the darkness. We're going to go to bed now in a second. There you go. Excellent. Now, we're going to let this cook. I don't know if it cooks through... Oh, it's already clean water, so we can fill it up. There you go. And now we can keep drinking. And drink again. Excellent stuff. And the meat, is that ready as well? It's already cooked. Beautiful. So let's take it off. And... take it off, and we have minus thirst, but it gives you health and proteins, so we can eat. There you go. And it gives you fat, and for carbs and vitamins, we need these things. There you go. And they give you a bit of drink. So that's how you actually survive. Now, you can eat the stew, of course. And now let's go into bed, because it's very, very dark. Let's close the door and go to sleep. And that's it. So you can see 10 p.m., 9 p.m. it was already very, very dark. Now, if we click wake up at 4, let's see how bright it is. Not at all. It's still very dark. And 5, still very dark. And 6 o'clock then is when a new day dawns. So 6 o'clock it starts getting bright enough for you starting to do things again. Anyway, I think for the first episode that was a good overview on what you can do. And this was very tutorial driven, of course. Finding technology is the last thing. But I think we have April now. It's day 2. So it seems that each day is a month. So you might want to keep that in mind to prepare for things. But yeah, I intentionally didn't rush through building more than that in the first episode, because I think anybody who hasn't seen this game before, there you go. That's how you get yourself set up for the first day. And there's another pig. Surely we have some room to kill it. Where is it? Anyway, we leave that for another day. I'm gonna leave this here. Let's save the game. There you go. And it saves over itself, so be careful. It doesn't have multi-saves. Now, each game has a name when you create it, and that save is separate towards each other game with a different name. So, but when you hit save, it saves always over each other. So we're gonna leave this here. I hope you had a good time with the episode. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you did have a good time, remember to kick that like button in the balls, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. And if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. And see you guys next time. Until then, as always, viel Spaß and happy gaming.